The Great Siege of Malta, the history of the battle for the Mediterranean island between the Ottoman Empire and the Knights Hospitaller. Written by Charles River editors. Narrated by Bill Hare. Introduction. The darkness of the night then became as bright as day, due to the vast quantity of artificial fires. So bright was it indeed that we could see St. Elmo quite clearly. The gunners of San Angelo were able to lay and train their pieces upon the advancing Turks, who were picked out in the light of the fires. Francisco Balbi, a Spanish soldier at the siege. For centuries, Christians and Muslims were embroiled in one of the most infamous territorial disputes of all time, viciously and relentlessly battling one another for the Holy Land. In the heart of Jerusalem sat one of the shining jewels of the Christian faith, the Church of the Holy Sepulchre. Legend has it that this was where their Savior had been buried before his fabled resurrection. What was more, it was said to house the very cross Jesus Christ died on. It was for precisely these reasons that fearless pilgrims near and far risked their lives and made the treacherous trek to Jerusalem. As with other secretive groups, the mystery surrounding the Catholic military orders that sprang up in the wake of the First Crusade helped their legacies endure. While some conspiracy theorists attempt to tie the groups to other alleged secret societies like the Illuminati, other groups have tried to assert connections with them to bolster their own credentials. Who they were and what they had in their possession continue to be a source of great intrigue. The story of the Order of Knights of the Hospital of St. John of Jerusalem, frequently shortened to the Knights Hospitaller, is long and complicated. Although the roots of the organization existed before the First Crusade, the order would not develop until 20 years after the famous call by Pope Urban II to conquer the Holy Land of Jerusalem for Christianity. Moreover, while the identity of the Knights Hospitaller was focused on the principles of crusading and military conquest, the order also focused on charitable Christian causes, like the healing of the sick and feeding the poor and hungry. In fact, functioning as a hospital was the original purpose of the order before it started to militarize. Yet as time wore on, such ideals would fade in the face of wealth, power, and desperation to reclaim the vestiges of prestige lost over the centuries. After being forced out of Rhodes by the Ottomans in the early 16th century, the Knights Hospitaller spent 7 years residing in Sicily without an official home or garrison. But around 1530, Holy Roman Emperor...
Sample complete. Ready to continue?